Miss Chizoba. I met Chizoba when I was 7 or 8. We lived on McDonald's Road. The idea of this, I never lived romance. I don't even know how we met. It was Chizoba, Doreen, Paulina, and Alex. We were friends. I remember she went to our town when we were in senior school. And then we didn't see each other again, Doreen again. We went to America. And then one day, many years later, I saw Chizoba in Ivory's house. And they were saying Chizoba. And I said to her, aren't you Doreen? Do not mourn like those who don't have hope. I miss Chizoba. Today is the first day.
So I pieced put together a few things because to talk about evil as we in the dual family fondly call her. 3 minutes is not enough, 1 minute is even not enough. But if you know me, I speak in metamorphorical terms. So when I named her evil, it means she is quite a very hard-working woman. Let me call her the way Herbert used to call her, Doreen. Very hard-working, loved her husband, pure love. What they call the old Socratic love was what used to happen in their home. A few times, as in all family cases, a few squabbles. Then you hear Herbert call her Chizoba. There's some tension in the house. And I have a unique relationship. Herbert, my dear friend and brother. Ibo, my special person. Chizi, one of the best friends to my late son. And you can imagine what we, the Dorego Organ family, what we're going through at this moment. But Ibo loved me. She knew that I had her husband's back and that there's nothing anybody will do to take away or bring any kind of problems for her. There are times Ibo will call me, Ambassador, where are you? I said, I just got into Lagos. Please, can you go to Access Bank? I said, why? She said, your brother woke up this morning feeling very tense. I've called him fully. He's still in a very bad mood, so please, whatever you can do. So I stopped whatever I'm doing. I rushed to Access Bank. Even before I get to Herbert's office, I start hailing him. Chief Dr. Chizoba Wigwe'S. the banking legend, the city icon, the great son of Ishoko, born and raised in Sector 4, Chizoba Wigwe'S housing estate, outer city, Port Harcourt. Daddy couldn't buy you a bicycle, chopper bicycle. But at 8 years, Hans Akimbo, he said you were going to buy a Beetle. Where are you going to buy a Beetle at 8 years old? That was our bad. And in 5 minutes, he said, yo, let them break, tell the fool, let them break cappuccino for us. So in 10 minutes, I think I will spice up this meal. Then off I go into the murky waters of the Nigerian business environment to do myself.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now to give the next tribute, please make welcome Chizoba's loving brother, Charles Umoba.
Just like Uncle Ambassador, I was put on the spot. And there are two things I hate in this life: rats and public speaking. I just, coupled with the events that have taken place, I'm going to give it my best go. This is for Tucci. I used to be your mom's handbag too, at one point. When I was young, she used to come back from the States. Her room was downstairs where mine was. And in the middle of the night, I would always find myself in her room. My mom would wake up. Tolly, where are you? Where are you? Where's Tolly? He's in Doreen's room. We were inseparable when we were young. She helped me through a lot of stuff. You know, my common entrance, teaching me, working on my Latin verbs, etc. She was a very unassuming lady. She was many things to many people, but to me she was everything. She was my sister, and after I lost my mother, she became a maternal figure in my life. The words can't express the way I feel. It's, you know, it's hard. Words come hard at this time. She was always there, and introduced me to cousins I didn't even know, friends who have turned brothers, Ken Warwood, educated. She made me prove myself. Life wasn't a bed of roses. You had to work for life. And just before her death, I'm sure, well, not a lot of people knew, but we actually got into business together as well. It's just sad that I can't cherish those moments with her. That laugh, I'm sure people who know exactly what I'm talking about. On Tuesday, when in the evening, Chizzy called. He wanted some advice or some work, and something I do, in relation to my field, and I said to him, I was like, Chizzy, why don't you just come around this evening, man? Let's have some drinks and talk about it properly. My partner will be here, he's a trader. In the background, I didn't know Kareem was listening the whole time. He started laughing. Hey. You know that laugh. He said, we're not going to be here, we're traveling tonight. I said, where are you going? She goes, we're going to Super Bowl. I said, sis, why do you keep on pressing me like this? She said, look, every time I ask you to come on holiday, there's always something. I said, don't worry. Next year, I'm really going to try and be there. I went out and asked Uncle I, because she said Uncle I was the one that organized everything. So I went and asked Uncle I to build up the courage. but unfortunately, it's never going to come to pass. But one thing that has taught me is, like my mother used to say, make hay while the sun shines. Those you hold dearest, let them know. Let them feel your love. It's a lot easier once you know how you feel about them when they go. It's a lot easier to deal with. Look, I'm not a man of many words, but I just want to say thank you to everyone that has come in to remember my sister Herbert and my darling young brother Chizoba. Thank you.
Very much, Charles Oba. Following Charles, I'd like to invite Chizoba's other brother,
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me a little bit of extra time because I spent the most time with Chizoba. I need to share with you the kind of person that she was. My tribute to Chizoba is a tribute to the Wigwe'S because they were inseparable. As husband and wife, they took a solemn vow and owned it with the words, "In the name of God, I take you to be my wife and my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, and in health, in love, and cherish, until parted by death." Death did not part them. As they walked into heaven, holding hands with their son who wouldn't cut his umbilical cord from his mother. I reflect, because I believe that as the helicopter began to show signs of trouble, many would have expected the fearless, as they're called, to be gripped by fear and panic. However, for Herbert and his family, who made it a tradition to travel together, this could not be the case. Despite the apparent danger, I still see them as united even in the face of adversity. For those who knew and loved them deeply, the life of a life without each other was simply unthinkable. Ultimately, their unbreakable bond proved to be their greatest strength, allowing them to remain together for all eternity. My mother in particular finds solace in the question when she remembers Herbert calling Chizoba to go with him on many trips, saying, "I want you to be with me." And she would hurriedly pack up and join him. He died. But did we who loved them think this day would not come? Maybe not on the 9th of February, but it is written in classics that there is a time to be born and a time to die. And this applies to every one of us in this room. It states further in Matthew 24:36, but about that day or hour, no one knows. Not even the angels in heaven, not the Son, but only the Father. That day came for our loved ones and will certainly come for every one of us. On that fateful day, we must be prepared to meet our Maker and give an account of our stewardship on this earth. Yet we are broken, we are sad, our tears and emotions betray the human in us. But we who love them trust in the Lord's faithfulness, that the day will come. We know that they're together in a good place because they love, honored, and glorified God, who is faithful as we stand on the promise in 2 Timothy 4:18, that the Lord will rescue me from every evil attack and bring me safely to his heavenly kingdom. To him be glory forever and ever. Amen. For this, we are certain to be united with them in a heavenly place of eternity. Throughout these events, every speaker has reminded us of the importance of living as we did. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos, and other dignitaries have reinforced this message, emphasizing the urgency in our lives, despite our vast potentials and the limited time we have to make a lasting impact on the world. Therefore, I urge us all to take action to leave our mark on this earth, all while preparing for eternal peace that awaits us as we strive to live without torment and embrace everlasting life.
That's why I praise you. In fullness, I give you for setting me on my way. For letting me see the sunshine of a brand new day. Oh, that's why I praise you, along with each new day. That's why I praise you. That's why I praise you. For this I give you
Next, I'd like to invite Chizoba's sister for the next Bible reading, and in addition to that, she'll also be giving the eulogy. Please can we make very welcome Miss Paulina Oba.
Good evening, everyone. I want to start by thanking you all for being here. I also want to send condolences to the Wigwe'S family. Our families have experienced great loss. And our faith will keep us strong through all of this. I will be reading tonight from Psalm 34:18, which reads, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He rescues those whose spirits are crushed." So much has been said about my sister tonight. In full transparency, I had no idea just how loved she was. All of what has been shared has been so positive. It's difficult to talk about my sister without talking about Herbert, my brother-in-law, and Cheesy, my nephew. I will say this, Alex pretty much has said a lot about her eulogy, and the eulogy is also in the booklet you have tonight, so I'm going to do things a little differently, if that's okay. But before I go on, I just saw some faces in the crowd. Wing, thank you so much for everything you've done. Quinette, you've been with us from day one. Titi, you've been with us from day one. And I thank you all, just mentioning a few names. I also want to thank Mommy and Daddy Wigwe. I thank God for them, because without them, we would not have Herbert, who was a wonderful brother-in-law, and also for his siblings and my siblings as well. As the verse I just read just shared, our God heals the brokenhearted. We were all brokenhearted, and that's a fact. But I do know that faith in God keeps us strong. With that said, as I said, I'm going to veer a little bit away from the eulogy and share with you that my faith is further renewed, and I'll tell you why. I spent time with my sister in Cape Town in December. I wasn't planning to do that, but I did that anyway. Bought a last-minute ticket and spent what I call quality time with her. We talked about my retirement. We've been talking about it for several years now, and I kept wavering. Should I not? And I had the same discussion almost on a daily basis with my daughter. Should I retire? Should I not retire? What I would say tonight with respect to God's plan, I stand here stating that what has occurred is indeed God's plan. And we need to hold on to our faith. Yes, we are brokenhearted. Yes, we miss them. But they have served their purpose on this earth. My brother-in-law, Herbert, was fearless. But I also have a sister who Herbert liked to call her Doreen. There's so much that has been shared here. I was going to feel like, oh, they did that. Okay, I can skip that. But Herbert called my sister Doreen. And I will tell you that what happened is not an accident because of my faith in God, and I will, like I said, I will share with you the sequence of events. As I said, when I saw my sister in Cape Town, we talked about my return, and she said, you know what, just come back home, I have the guest house, you can stay there when you're ready, and she went on and on. And at the same time, I had a sister who struggled with what we call non-finishers. I don't know how many of you have heard that. And so I recall when Herbert started to talk about Wigwe University, he explicitly said to me, are you coming? And I said, sure. And he said, do you have all the degrees for it? And I said, I think I need to work on something else, which was my doctorate, because I worked in public education in the US. And so I started, and it was virtual, I decided to forget it. But then I remembered what my sister said, those non-finishers. And then, believe it or not, in January, I restarted the process again. I had almost completed the process. I had my interview scheduled for February the 17th, which was going to be my final process to be officially in the program. But early in February, they had been emailing me, and I emailed back, and I said, you know what? Due to my heavy workload at work and family obligations, I do not feel that this is a good time for me to pursue my doctorate. And and that was it.
A number of people here, if not all of us, it's gone too soon. However, has been highlighted a number of times. Her legacy will never die. It lives forever. Greatest of which, of course, or greatest of whom are her children. And so she's left a piece of herself in the lives that she's impacted. And for this, we're grateful. For this, we're thankful. And even though rather she were with us much longer, we are grateful for the time that we had with her. Gone too soon, but never forgotten. Thank you very much. You will please take your seats. In life, in death, O Lord, please abide with me. And this is a prayer that we collectively make, especially for Tochi, for David, for Hannah, for Okachi, for Chizoba's siblings, for her family members, for her loved ones, for her friends who gather tonight.